Hey, we're back.
We
Oh,
are.
we are.
Hello.
In one way, shape, or form, we've all managed to gather again online to continue this adventure. And here we are.
I have uploaded myself to the cloud for everyone's benefit.
Thank you all for being here again. We are once again doing one of our online remote recordings. So we will sound a little bit different, and that's fine. It's a-okay because the adventure must continue, right?
It must.
It must go on.
So we are planning to continue this way as long as what should we call these episodes? The quarantine episodes?
There you go.
Have a catchy
Yeah.
name for it? Yeah, something like that. So we'll
D&D
have a bunch of
distancing.
these. What's that?
D&D distancing or something.
Yeah, D&D at a distance.
It's like the vault recordings, right? It's just like the quarantine files.
Oh, yeah.
Quarantine files. I
The
like that.
quarantine files, yeah. So we'll have a whole section of this season that's probably quarantine. Maybe the whole season will finish in quarantine. We don't know what's going to happen, but we want to do our best to make sure that all of our friends and neighbors are safe, and we're doing our part by staying home and keeping our distance, and means that we have to play online, and that's just fine by me, at least for the time being, right?
Yeah. And to anybody out there, really kind of, since we use Roll20 and they're such a good product at times, there's a lot of people starting campaigns. So if you're out there and you want to join a campaign, there's a lot of people who are starting campaigns right now online. So if you want to kind of get some practice or just learn or just if you're experienced, definitely go out there, and this is the time to do it.
Yeah, this is a good time to do it. People are going to be stuck at home and looking for something to do, and I can't think of anything better to do than play D&D with a group of people. So highly recommended. A+++ as far as I'm concerned. So we're using Zoom. I mean, you can totally play online through Roll20. I mean, you have a webcam, you have audio.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic for that. We're using Zoom because it allows us to have separate recordings for each participant, which is helpful in the post-production. And
you get to see my house.
And I get to see Aylar's house.
It's a real tavern.
We're all having fun with Zoom backgrounds, except for me.
I had to shut it down because of the quarantine.
Yeah, right. Takeout purely.
That's why there's no one here. Yeah.
You gotta get that green screen ordered, Jerry.
Yeah, I gotta get a green screen. It's not surprising that green screens are hard to come by nowadays because everyone's on Zoom having fun with backgrounds. But someday I will be there, and oh my gosh, I'm gonna have like tons and tons of backgrounds. I'll have to switch them up like 30 times an episode just so that I can get to use them all. But it's
that one that I don't know who posted it on the eBay one. That's the one that I bought.
The one that I sent, yeah.
And I got it in like 2 days.
Yep,
2 days. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was super fast eBay shipping.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is super fast. Well,
yeah,
I'll have
I
to
sent
give
down
that
the
a
message.
shot.
I just hacked mine together with some old drapes.
I was hoping to get my my wife to rummage through her surplus cloth, which we have a lot of, and I think I spotted some that might work, but she's too busy doing other things right now to help me out. So maybe I'll have to take another look and see if I can rig something up, but it's fun.
Learn to sew, Jerry.
I could learn to sew. That's what she's been doing, is sewing, and
quarantine skills.
Quarantine skills.
Right. We're going.
Everybody has to have a skill that's needed.
Everybody's baking now.
Right. Yeah.
I hope DM skills are in short supply in the apocalyptic future. Not that I'm very good at that either.
I don't remember seeing any polyhedral dice in Mad Max. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, you never know.
Well, but storytelling, that's important.
That's right.
If you think about the Postman, if you remember that, he was recounting.
I never did see that.
Yeah, he was doing the Star Wars story and acting all all the bits out.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember that the Capitol was in Minneapolis, was in the Metrodome, and Ringo Starr was the president. So that can't be true because the Metrodome doesn't exist anymore. So
Oh.
It's an
Oh.
alternate,
it's
Yeah.
an alternate universe. Yes.
I heard something on
its
the
accuracies.
radio the other day. They had done some study, and maybe I mentioned this before actually, but they'd done a study that said that that women find men with good storytelling skills more attractive and better mates.
You can
So
keep telling yourself that, Jerry.
that's what I looked at my wife and I'm like, right? And she just shook her head like, no. Yeah, I think I lucked out.
You're so happy. She took the bait. She took the bait.
Trying to remember what stories I used to tell back in the day when we started dating, but
Speaking of stories,
yeah,
Let's tell one.
let's tell a story. So episode 7, that's where we're at. Episode 6, it was kind of like we should have just like had a 15-minute episode because Craigar like double critted this poor were rat.
we're gonna stop making him feel guilty for doing his job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's
That's
true.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
I mean, but he basically
nice.
was sleeping, popped up, and then
That's what happens.
around
He
and
just comes
killed
out of
this
dead
thing.
sleep. And, stab.
Or wake up Craigar.
Yeah, you don't
Muscle
want
memory.
to you don't want to get that guy surprised. But so you guys managed to do that, and let's before we go into Alar's wonderful recap of those events, just want to thank all of you out there who have supported this podcast, who keep listening to this podcast, not only the Patreon supporters, but everyone else who is out there listening. We hope you stay well and healthy through this pandemic. And also, we should give a special shout out to our Patreon supporters for continuing to pay us money when there are probably many, many better things to spend your money on. I mean, even if you have a delivery driver, I mean, give them that extra $5 because they're out there risking themselves to bring you food. So don't worry about us, but if you feel compelled to support us during this time, I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just saying, let's focus on what's important for a while, and you take care of what you need to take care of, and we'll get back to a time where $5 to support a bunch of weirdos sitting in a basement telling stories seems like a good idea.
In their respective basements.
Yeah, we'll be in
We're
our
in our
respective
respective
But I
basements.
think everybody is in their basement, right?
I am in my basement.
Yeah, I'm in my basement.
Absolutely. Where else would you be?
So my wife wanted to make sure that I called that out. Like, where's everyone coming from this week? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're probably all in our basements like normal people. But who knows? But everyone is. We all are.
That's where we are.
Yep.
Nice. So that's where we're at. That one's for my wife. So she'll get off my back about that. And now Alar.
The saga of Alar and his allies found them lying in wait in a warehouse, ready to catch a saboteur in action. The were-rat that emerged was quickly slain by Craigar. He bore a tattoo of the Dark Run Syndicate. What motives could this mafia have to stop boat building? Perhaps we'll find out tonight on Dungeon Patrol.
Nicely done.
Your eyes there at the end. That's
yeah.
what really sold it.
Yeah, thank you.
The crazy eyes.
I have to say, this is the best part of it, is staring directly in everyone's faces while this stuff is happening is so much better. But anyway, thank you, Alar, for that wonderful recap. And that's where you guys are at. You find yourself on the jetty, walking back towards the main workshop building. Freya has thanked you. Maybe recommended that you talk to Hayden if he, had questions about the Dark Run Syndicate. And she also told you that maybe found some glass for you that might work for Arvik.
Yeah. What about this breakfast that we were promised?
It's all about the breakfast. So she takes you back to the workshop, and walks you in, gets you some food. There's some hard bread and bowls of some lumpy porridge. Maybe you want to check to make sure there's no human leg meat in there, but no, it looks just like regular porridge with some lumps of some unknown substance in there. It looks like it's just been reheated and
We've eaten worse.
yeah.
Krieger is unconcerned.
unconcerned. Not my first bit of human that I've eaten.
Oh.
So
Well, there's were rat on the menu this morning.
Oh.
Got the back straps, right?
were rat bacon. Don't know what you're missing. So you guys eat up and you're feel much better, getting a warm meal in you after a long night of staying awake and having this fight with the were-rat. And Freya approaches you again and reminds you that yes, one of her scavenger crews found an atrium in a manor house that's not too far away that was still intact. And she says that she'd be happy to introduce you to the leader of that crew that found it.
Lead on, Freya.
All right. So she walks you over to another side. There's another group of older-looking pirates sitting around a makeshift table, eating the same meal of rough bread and lumpy porridge that you had. And Freya motions to them, and a broad-shouldered man with a long mane of white hair and a very weather-beaten face walks stiffly towards you. He stops in front of you and crosses his gnarled arms, giving you a brief nod that somehow serves as both a greeting and a question. Freya says, "This is Sten Oldhammer, leader of the crew that found the atrium. He can help you from here. Again, thank you for your aid, strangers, and tell Arvik hello from me." So this person standing in front of you, very gnarled, older pirate gentleman, just kind of staring at you with the crossed arms, obviously a very gruff character.
It is nice to meet you, Mr. Hammer. Please, we are in search of some glass for a greenhouse to ensure that food is aplenty in Vatergan. Can you assist us with our quest?
He looks at you and he kind of grunts sourly, and he begins to recite a tale that's obviously meant to forestall further questions. He's a very gruff man, like I said, and it's probably he hasn't spoken this much in decades. He says they stripped some wooden planks from a garden shed on the property that in question before making their way into the house proper. Looked like there had been some damage in some of the rooms, a little bit of a fire. Looks like one of the Baron's trebuchet boulders had made its way through and crashed through the stairway. So they didn't make it upstairs to take a closer look at the atrium, but it looked intact from the first floor. And he was pretty sure that there were no cracks or anything because it was sleeting very heavily that day, and it made this noise that was very peculiar to their ears because nobody has a roof from where they're from made of glass. But they didn't go upstairs. I mean, most of them are older, and the stairway was sort of caved in from a boulder or something that came through the wall. But he thinks that the glass would be fine for a greenhouse.
Well, my friend Brokos here is very scampery. You crawl up things a lot, don't you, Brokos?
Scampery.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all you need me for.
I didn't think
Oh,
we had
don't
to be
sulk,
actually
Brokos.
retrieving the glass ourselves. It's unfortunate.
Yes, I was told that. So we have to get the glass.
I guess. Sten doesn't know anything about that. He just shrugs.
I don't know who else would get the glass. It's not like they're gonna send somebody else to help Arvik.
I mean, I'm not really sure why we helped out.
Helped out Freya?
For her to give us the next little breadcrumb in the trail, Kragar.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yes, I
we were-
suppose I could get the glass.
Okay.
Come on, Kragar. It's not like that required all that much effort from you.
Well, that's true. I got a night's
Reflex.
rest and breakfast.
I pretty much
suppose.
just lay in a boat all night, so
I've killed for less.
Yeah. Kragar wasn't even awake. That was sleeping Kragar. So Stan kind of, he's willing to draw you a map of the place if you guys need it. He can point it out. So he shambles back over to the table and paws through a pile of papers, boat drawings, inventory lists, and other scraps discarded by the builders. He grabs a narrow piece of charcoal with his crooked fingers and begins to sketch out a crude map on the back of a piece of used parchment. He turns to you slowly, holds it out to you, clearly intent on returning to his quiet meal. And you guys can look at the map, and based on your knowledge of the city, Triss and Kragar, you obviously are from here, so you have a little better knowledge of how the city is laid out, but your time at the Flossdale Manor, and getting kind of a better map of the city, you recognize where this is or where it should be based on Sten's drawing. So you feel comfortable moving forward.
So which part of town is it in?
It's kind of on the border of Bleakstone and Horncliffe. So Horncliffe is the fancier part. So everybody that lives there obviously wants it to be considered, Horncliffe. So they...
so like around here.
Yeah. Yep. There's kind of like a hill there, and, other people would recognize that at the bottom of the hill,
We've been running mainly in this area, right?
Yeah, you're kind of north of there now,
Like here?
on the coast. Yeah. So we should recognize that he's using a map of the city as his background and just kind of pointing by his head.
It works.
It's like a
It does.
weatherman now.
You are like a weatherman now.
It's a cold front coming in.
Alar's next job.
Oh, they'll love it.
The Alar forecast.
Oh,
So,
nice.
So you, yes, you a little bit farther south along this outer road, and you probably would be able to find this place based on the description that Sten gave you. He did mention that it had a very kind of ornately carved entrance, and a lot of these houses are smaller, but they're really trying hard to look like the huge mansions farther up the hill. So he points you in the right direction and goes back to his meal. And as you guys exit the workshop, you find that Freya has left you a wooden handcart with large spoked wheels, presumably for ease of transporting this glass.
Oh, we have a hand cart now.
We were
We're really doing well.
I was
Moving
kind
on
of
up.
hoping we could get a wagon.
Yeah, someday you might work your way up to a wagon. So this place is called the Stakeworth Manor, and on the border of Horncliffe and Bleakstone, as I mentioned, or as Sten mentioned. And yeah, you guys can head out if you want, or you can try to talk to someone else. Your call.
Been a while since we've had a rest, though, huh?
Stake home?
Yeah, we
Stakeworth.
didn't actually sleep last night.
Ah, that's a good point.
Speak for yourselves.
I had some night terrors of a Kragar putting
Yeah,
their rapier through some kind of body.
yeah. I just woke up with him stabbing somebody. Don't know how that happened, but
Oh, that wasn't a dream.
it was over so fast it could have been a dream. So
Well, we can push on for the day and perhaps rest tonight.
yeah, you could try that. So is that what you guys are going to do? Grab the cart
Sure.
and go? All right. So it's kind of a, another misty, cold day. Sort of starts to turn to sleet as you guys make your way up the hill towards the upper end of Bleakstone. And eventually you arrive at this area that's been marked on this map, and it's a lot of impressive knockoffs of the larger estates up the hill, but obviously since you've been in some of those already, you know that these are just kind of miniatures or poor replicas of what you've already seen, but they're trying really hard to mimic some of the same styles and things like that in a smaller form factor, and they're all kind of packed together, and not really all of the green space that you would find. Let me see if I can put you on the map.
I'll assume that Triss is pushing the cart so I can scout ahead.
Sure.
I'm not pushing the cart.
Maybe
no.
not.
I might ride in the cart.
You're gonna ride in the cart like a princess? What the hell? No, that's your last character, not this one.
Sorry, you're the muscles.
Yeah, you're the muscles. You're the strongest one here.
Am I really? Are you sure? I'm not that strong.
Well, I am very strong, Triss.
Well, how strong are you?
Actually, I have a 10. I'm not strong at all.
On a scale of 3 to 18, where would you rate yourself?
It's a question you hear often.
I mean,
I'm sure.
If you guys need me to, I can turn into a mule and I can pull you guys.
Wow, the indignity just does not stop.
I know.
I think
Turn into a rat and shove him in a hole. Turn him into a donkey, make him pull your cart.
Well, maybe once it is loaded with the glass, then
Perhaps.
Oh yeah, yeah. It sounds better now.
so
Excellent.
I'll pull the empty cart.
Okay, so you're pulling the cart and you're in the lead.
Well, what I was thinking is I would be scouting ahead, but looks like you've already got us there. So
Yeah, you're pretty much there.
Strong.
So as you can see, you're kind of they're situated along this road and in between a couple of houses, but the map was fairly clear. You believe on your left, I'll make a little mark on your map there if you can see that. That kind of entryway seems to be sort of the excessively ornate kind of stone carved work out front, trying really hard to mimic some of the fancy places up on the hill. And you believe that is the main entrance to the property. And Sten told you, basically you'd walk in and you'd be through, into the atrium. And the stairway is kind of the only major feature in the atrium. It's just supposed to be impressive and well lit with all this light streaming in. And so you guys can do what you want.
So
Is the door hanging open?
It's not hanging open, no.
if you'd like, I can go check it out.
All right. You're going to
I'll just
stealth
sneak over.
ahead?
Yes, I will stealth ahead to the door.
Okay. Why don't you roll your stealth check?
That'll be a 19.
Nice. So you stealth ahead, and I'll let you move your pawn as far as you want to go.
Okay, so I was it this building here?
Yep.
And where's the door?
Basically under this little roof here.
Okay. And so this is you said a 2-story building?
Yes.
All right. I will sneak up to the door and I will check it.
All right. So you sneak up to the door. It doesn't appear to be locked, but you don't know if
I'll listen with a
Okay.
22.
22. So you can sort of hear, the noise that Sten described, kind of a tinkling noise of, coming through the door. Which to
Is it-
them was very unusual because,
Is it sleeting or raining right now?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
I like how you looked up.
It's raining. You caught me by surprise.
Uh,
So that means you need to stab the rain and kill it.
Sneak attack, Rain.
All right.
Sneak attack the rain.
I'll check the door and see if it is unlocked.
It
And
is.
if it
He
is
said it is.
unlocked, I will quietly open it up and peer inside.
All right. So you open up the door and you see that it's dark inside, but light is coming in from somewhere up ahead, not too far ahead of you. Sort of a diffused light is entering your view. But you can smell, sort of the aftermath of a fire, burnt wood, maybe some dampness. Some of the windows on the outside are broken and, obviously rain and stuff has gotten inside. So it smells sort of like like a wet campfire smell. And there's this hallway ahead of you. At the end, you see this diffused light and you can definitely hear that tinkling sound coming up ahead.
I will sneak in.
All right. So you make your way further into the Stakeworth Manor. And overhead, as you walk into the next room out of the hallway, you can see that the light is definitely coming from up above. And as you look up, you see a glass ceiling, which is, again, very impressive. 2 stories up. The whole ceiling is glass. You can hear the rain and sleet hitting it, making kind of this unusual noise. And off to your right, you see a large staircase going up to the 2nd story. And it does indeed look like it was hit maybe by like a flaming something, started a fire. But most of the building is stone, so it didn't all go up. But the staircase itself is missing a couple of steps partway through where the boulder or whatever hit it crashed through. So was once, kind of an impressive centerpiece of the space is now sort of blackened and crumbling.
Okay, but is the first floor just open?
Yeah. This would be your sort of entryway for guests. So they walk in, they maybe get their cloaks and things taken from them and hung up. And then you walk into this space, which is just supposed to be, impressive. Sort of a, like an atrium gathering place, and where they would be ushered off into one of the adjoining rooms. But yeah.
I'll motion the others to move up, and I will start creeping up the stairs.
All right. So you're motioning to your colleagues here, and they are moving up. Alar, Brokos, how far are you going up?
Map, or are we just looking at this one?
There is another map.
Okay.
It just depends on what you guys want to do from here.
Alar, is that a human body hanging from the above you there?
I don't know
On
what you're talking about.
chains? Or is it just a ragged flag that looks like it?
This is
I know
dark,
shadows can be deceiving.
post-rebellion, city under siege, dystopia. So roll with it, Brokos.
Deal with it or die.
Use your imagination. So not on my map, which I was confused. I'm like,
No,
oh my
I
God,
was
you,
too
you
for a
guys can
second.
see the body?
Well,
that I...
there might be.
Talking
Fine,
about
I'll
your
go
background.
Photoshop it for, sensitive souls like yourself.
The Zoom backgrounds. Too much fun. So you guys are all going in or staying out, or what are you doing?
Yes, we're going in.
Going in.
Yes, I'm sneaking up the stairs.
Oh, you're going up the stairs. Okay. So the stairs are going to be a problem. So I'm talking about these stairs here.
hmm
You see that on your map, the ones that are damaged. So
Oh, okay.
you think that if you,
Oh, is that the inside of the building?
yeah, that's the inside. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't piece that together.
Yeah, I could have explained
So
it
they're
or done a little
damaged?
bit better. Yeah, there are a few stairs missing. You would have to, you could probably climb up using
I have perhaps an idea here.
or jump it or something, but it's probably
If
going to take it.
I could turn into a monkey and climb up and get the glass.
See, I
I'm
knew you had
serious.
scampery in you.
Because I'm sure my strength could handle, an ape could handle glass and climbing, correct?
Yeah, perhaps.
All right, then. I will climb and turn into a monkey.
Oh my God.
So is,
He's got a monkey background now.
No.
wow. Wow.
And you picked the dorkiest looking monkey that there is.
I thought for a second it was like a childhood photo.
Aww.
And I will, this fits Brokos very well. I
You have
will,
the same look on your face, which is just amazing.
I
The
will,
resemblance is uncanny.
I will turn into said ape and monkey my way up there.
Okay, so you're going to climb up the stairs.
Yeah. I mean,
And-
I assume that I've seen an ape through the zoos here or whatnot.
The zoos.
Well, the trade, right?
Vajragram Municipal.
Right.
yeah.
So I'm a little slow today. So I'm looking at the map now. I hope to when I kind of zoom a bit. So is all of this like this whole bottom and bottom right one big building?
Yes, it is one big building.
Okay. I was thinking all that to the right was like some sort of plaza, but I see now it's all like a building. So
Yeah, this is all one mansion or manor or whatever. It's maybe a little smaller than some of the others that you've seen. But this is kind of the front entryway, the main entrance to the place. And so that's what I was going to say. I mean, you can certainly are welcome to explore the rest of the building if you wanted to, or if
Yeah,
you just want to
actually.
go directly for the glass.
well, yeah. So Brokos, perhaps we should check out the first floor first before we begin.
Oof.
looking.
He's already monkified. So yeah, I mean,
And I'll just point up at the glass.
yeah, you only have an hour of this
Well,
monkey
hour.
hour
Only.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's a lot. It's a decent amount. So everyone has entered the atrium space now,
Yes.
and there's some question about whether you go for the glass right away or explore the rest of that.
We can explore. I can explore
manner.
as a monkey.
Yeah, now that I kind of get a sense of how big this place is, I don't want to get ambushed while we're working on glass. So
Yeah.
the room that we're in with the stairs, is that pretty much empty then?
Yeah, it's pretty much empty. It's just supposed to be the main feature is the stairway and the glass ceiling, basically.
All right. Seeing that everybody else has joined me, I'd like to sneak pretty much up here and look into the next room, quietly listening and looking for anybody else that might be here.
Okay. So you go into the next room, and this is kind of an open space. It's a does look sort of like a um, I don't know how to describe it. Sort of like you said, like a plaza, but it's all interior space. Very open concept, sort of. Definitely set up for entertaining large groups of people. Most of the stuff that you see, curtains, wall hangings, that sort of thing, has been torn down, maybe ravaged by a fire. Um, but it looks like it's been gone through more than once. And it's obviously was a very nice place at one point in time, and the structure is undamaged. Some of the windows have been knocked out. All you can really hear is the sound of rain coming in through these broken windows. Occasionally you hear a gust of wind, but it seems very quiet, from what you can tell here.
So in this next room, it looks like there are stairs. Is this kind of like a split, or is that actually like 2 floors? Like there's
Yeah,
stairs
there are
down.
stairs that go up here as well. And then there are stairs that go down to kind of like a lower level sort of, open space.
I'll look back at Tris. What do you think?
Does she hear you?
I think we go on.
On to get the glass or exploring the house?
Explore the house.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, then I'll just move along the wall then, and I guess go down those stairs.
Okay.
I mean, can I see all the way across?
Yes. So you see stairs on the other side of this open space, and to your right, uh, you see that this is kind of like a multi-level sort of, I don't know what you would call it, a ballroom sort of space or something. Obviously, people can be down below, um, you know, being entertained. People can be up above, and so it's a multi-level sort of open air kind of space for what you can tell entertaining. But again, most of the furnishings and that sort of thing have been stripped out of here, so it's hard to tell what it was used for.
Yeah, and I'm not really worried so much about that. I mean, if something shiny jumps out at me, I mean, pretty much I just want to sneak across the room.
Yeah,
And
yeah, totally can. I mean, it is very open, not a lot of places to hide except behind a couple of the support columns, perhaps, but you haven't heard any noise or anything since you've been in here other than that of the sounds of nature.
Okay, well, this room pretty much looks abandoned. Let's sneak over this way.
All right. So you go up, and to your right, there's a kind of an entrance into a long hallway. And this definitely feels more like living space. Not quite as fancy, nice hardwood floors, but definitely more of homey, enclosed rooms. And you can see bits of furniture and clothing and stuff in some of the rooms. If you were to walk along this hallway, you can see the room across from you.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll peer up and down that hall.
Okay.
And if I don't see anything, I mean, do you want me to keep making perception rolls, or?
You can. You see a tower down at the end of this hallway, that you noticed as you walked up. But it's quiet. Definitely not a lot going on. It could make a fairly decent base for someone or something. But there are lots of houses like this scattered throughout this part of town. So this is, nothing really out of the ordinary. And, it looks like it's been, fairly well stripped of anything valuable.
All right. I'll sneak around the corner and look in that. Basically, I'm looking for people.
Yeah, signs of
the rats.
habitation or something. Gotcha.
If we put a stage downstairs.
I mean, it's kind of a cool house, but with most of the upper crust of Vadrigan society gone, there are quite a few places like this that are mostly abandoned, but it's worth checking out.
All right. So do I see anything in the bottom room?
You do not see anything. No signs of recent life.
So I'll just turn to Triss and shrug. This place seems abandoned. Let's check the hall out. So, I mean, pretty much I'm just going to just quietly walk down the hall, stopping and just looking in each room to see if there's somebody in there or anything that would be interesting.
Okay.
And then I just move on as quietly as I can.
All right.
And I just follow.
Okay. So you're peeking in all the rooms. There's like a study, and there are kitchens up ahead. There's the tower up ahead. It definitely feels like the place is set up for, entertaining again. I mean, everything seems to be kind of built around that. So whoever these Stakeworth people were or are, they definitely modeled their home around entertaining people. But you don't see anything really of any value or any concern to you. Just very quiet, very empty.
Okay, so it looks like in that last room, so the floor of the tower, I assume that's open and I can see the stairs there.
Yep.
And then if I look into that room on the side, is that stairs up and stairs down?
Yeah. Yep.
Appears to be a basement or cellar.
The rooftop would be great for a show, don't you think, Ilar?
This place is magnificent. We could turn this into a great hall of song. We could have an acting troupe. They could be moving around through the crowd. The crowd could be part of the performance.
Ah, yes, it could be a school. We could call it Fame.
You're dating yourself on that one, man.
Just a little bit,
I mean, yeah.
Haven't we already, though?
Yeah.
I think he wants to live forever.
Oh.
Okay, so
What do you think, Triss?
I think we should just go and get the glass now. And we can keep a lookout while Brokos brings it down.
All right. Well, I will head to the tower because the upstairs is also one interconnected level, right? As best we can tell.
Could you get closer to the mic, Don?
I could.
Yeah, that sounds so
Hello?
much better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you noticed on your way up that there is kind of a separation in the structure. Like this wing has a second floor. The middle section did not. It was just kind of an open sort of entertainment space, and then the entryway had a second floor. So they're kind of separate. You don't think you can get from this side to the glass side without traversing the damaged stairway, basically.
Are there any planks or other things that we could use to bridge the gap?
Most of that has been stripped. you saw the garden shed that Sten had mentioned. He had mentioned this garden shed that they basically stripped it down to the framing, and so that's kind of what his crew and the others that Freya oversees have been doing.
Brokos, can you form yourself into planks?
Oof, oof.
You sound like Triss
Looking defeated again, of course.
now. So
I'm sorry.
I mean, you definitely could try to pry up some of the wood flooring, and some of those planks might be sturdy enough to get you across if you wanted to.
Yes, I suppose I look like that. I was trying to be more like King Kong-ish, gorilla-ish, but
Just much smaller.
an orangutan probably fits more.
Wow.
Yeah. This is going to be like a
Uh,
Zoom commercial before
I've
we're
got
done.
a whole bunch of images of a whole bunch of animals.
You're going to use them, I know.
Okay.
Well,
so- I'm sorry. Could you reiterate that? So that you said there's two separate second floors, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Kind of separated by that middle open entertaining space, I think.
Okay. So do we want to even check out the second floor? Or we just want to just go over there?
So it's what do you want to do? Do you want to get the glass and get back, or do you want to see about opening this school?
Well, given the fact that it's raining right now, I'm not in a terrible hurry to go back out into the streets carting panes of glass.
I did not realize bugbears were allergic to the rain.
Have you smelled wet bugbear?
Frequently.
and I just go, ooh, ooh.
Very
Okay.
Your
Brokos says he's ready to go.
monkey's agitated.
fine. Let's go. And they'll just stalk unceremoniously back to the other.
All right. So got a grumpy, wet bugbear heading back, and a monkey,
A tired monkey who hasn't slept for
tired monkey.
24 hours.
So you guys get back to the stairs. It's really only a few feet of missing space. You could inspect it and see how secure the stairs are and get a better idea of how close to the edge you can get before it starts getting unsafe.
Is there beams and stuff to climb? mean-
Not a lot. I mean, you could definitely roll for it since you're in monkey form, and
To for
but what's
should I
that?
do like athletics check or
Yeah, like an athletics check would be fine.
yeah, that'd be a 21.
21.
Wow.
Okay.
And my climb speed is the same as obviously I have climbing as the same speed as my walking. So
All right. So I'll say that along the left side, there's still a kind of a bit of the stairs that's still attached and intact, and you kind of overhand are able to climb up the edge of the stairs. And once you get past the damaged section, you're able to pull yourself up onto the stairway itself. And definitely took a lot of strength. And you're kind of looking back at everyone else like, what are you waiting for? Just do what I did.
Good job, Brokos. I always said you were a clever little monkey.
Wondering how we will get the glass up and down.
show my teeth, smiling.
I'll follow after him with a 15 athletics.
15 athletics. All right. So you start to climb along the edge. And as you're climbing along, it starts to crumble underneath your hands and starts to collapse that little section that he used.
Can I grab
And-
for him?
You could try to grab for him.
What you want me to do?
Do I need to make a save or something, or what do you want me to do?
Like a dexterity actually, both of you. Why don't you roll dexterity?
So that's a 17 for Dex.
18 for me.
Nice. So as that section starts to crumble and Kragar shouts out to you, Monkey.
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 I am
you,
still Brokos.
manage to hold on to the side of the railing above you with your back foot and extend your body just as Kragar, lunges towards you with his free hand, and you catch him
Oh.
and manage to swing him up onto the stairs next to you. So
I'll grab something with my foot, actually, because
Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's what I said, or what I meant anyway.
Okay, and I'll pull him up.
So 2 of you are past the damage section, but that little side part is now no more.
It looks like you're going to have to jump for it.
Who are you talking to? I'm not going up there. I thought the
If,
monkey was going to get the glass.
Yeah, I'll point to the. You probably have some rope on you, Kragar, I'm guessing.
Of course I do.
If I point to your rope, and I'll make a suggestion of me climbing up there and then lowering the glass, perhaps, or I'll go get the glass and maybe bring it to you, and you can lower it. I'm trying to do the best chimpanzee charade as possible. Do you want me to roll for a performance, Jerry?
It might be fun, but no, I think you described it well enough.
I think he wants me to snare him in the rope.
Mm.
Tie him up in the rope.
So it's almost like so that whole roof has glass in it, and we can see it from here.
Yeah, yep. Panes of glass, kind of fitted in. It's not like a solid surface of glass, but
Am I able to climb up there somehow, or
now that you I would say you'd have to climb the rest of the stairs and get on the second floor and kind of
Okay.
scope it out a little bit. But if you do that, you get up there, you see that there are some of the furnishings and things that you would expect in the lower level that have been stripped out are still here. Like
Okay.
other people have seen the damaged stairway and just thought it wasn't worth it. So there are some drapes, some wall hangings and that sort of thing that look sturdy enough that you feel like you could climb and get to the ceiling. You also notice that there is a kind of a ladder, exterior ladder outside of one of the windows that looks like it goes up on the roof from the outside.
Okay.
So you manage to see that.
from the outside? The ladder's on the outside.
Yeah.
Is it
Hmm.
attached to the house then?
It
Okay.
looks to be attached to the exterior of the house.
Okay, so I'll go down the stairs then.
As you are turning to leave, you
Mhm.
hear this strange noise, strange to your monkey ears, sort of a clattering, clanking sound, and you turn around and there are niches in the wall. And out of these niches, you see some movement.
Mm. I'll make
I mean,
I'll
do I
make
see that
a
too?
alarmed monkey sound.
Can you do it?
Bad? Yeah, do it.
That
pretty good, yeah.
It was good. Yeah, better than I expected.
Yeah,
honestly.
actually.
Thank you. I've been maybe working on them.
We have a lot of downtime now, so
Yes.
yeah, we're upping our game a little bit here.
Testing it on the dog to see what kind of response I get.
So it looks like there are. You look in the corner where the noise is coming from is kind of across from you, but you turn and you see behind you in another niche in the wall, um, you see that there's like a gaping hole in the wall, and there's like pieces of armor strewn about the floor. And in your monkey brain,
Mm.
you get this image of someone in armor kind of stomping around, like full plate armor, stomping around, and that's like the noise that you hear. And as the noise continues, you see actual plate armor come stomping out of this niche in the opposite corner.
Okay.
So, do I see this also?
You don't see it if you're still on the stairs, but you definitely hear it.
Well, no, I came up to the
Oh,
second
did you?
floor. Well, basically leaped over
said
the
you-
hole and then kind of climbed up, and I was expecting Triss to join me, and now she's like at the base of the stairs, like saying no.
Yeah. You could try to lower a rope to her, but if you went up to the top of the stairs, yes, you would see a suit of armor come clattering and clanking out of the far corner.
And I'm not
kind
sure
of
you
off to
guys know
your
what
right.
an ape alert sounds like, but you just heard it.
All right. So, I mean, I'll
turn to Triss and say, Brokos says he's having fun.
He's really enjoying this.
I'll shout something useful, such as "There's danger," and then draw weapons and
All right. Well, let's roll some initiative. This
yeah,
could be
great.
fun. And nothing has changed with our distance recording because I'm still rolling terribly. And wait,
Just
I'm
playing your
gonna
pawn upside down.
let's see here.
There you go. It's bothering me.
I have to rearrange a couple of things, and
Yeah, I do not understand. Oh, there we go. Okay.
do you see it?
Yeah. But we're downstairs, so I'll move off the map.
So I'm going to use my range attack to throw poo.
I was
really
hoping
I really
that
don't
would,
have.
that
I
would
have a
come
range
up.
attack to throw things, but I'm not going to throw poo. Not a second level. I think that's something higher level.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so this is kind of what you see. You're in this room that's roughly like, what is that? Like 25 feet by 25 feet. And it looks like it's very decorated, lots of brocade and velvet tapestries and hangings on the wall and suits of armor in all four corners. And one of them is now clattering its way towards you.
Did you want initiative? Because I didn't see that up.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what
There you go.
what I'm doing here. And let's see if I can get you all added. I got two of you added, not the right two either. Okay, there we go. And the armor got an 8. Alar, did you roll?
Yep. I'm a 17.
I'll just enter that for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Kragar,
I got 17 also.
all right. And that is our order. We've got Kragar and Alar at the top of the round with 17s. So you guys can decide who goes first, unless you want to fall back to who's got the better decks.
Oh, Kragar, you go ahead.
All right. I'm going to assume this thing is hostile and circle it so I can basically get flank on him.
All righty.
So I'm just going to run around to the side, drawing my weapons. And then that gives me advantage because I have
And you get to use your sneak attack because someone else is on him.
Monkey Brokos is on the other side.
Monkey Brokos.
All right, so I rolled poorly on my first attack. That is only going to be a 14 on the first attack.
14. That will not hit.
Okay, then I will roll my second attack. And 16.
16. Also a miss.
No.
Yeah. So it is now Alar's turn. And Alar, you hear shouts and this clattering noise coming down the stairs. What are you going to do?
I am going to use Bardic Inspiration to encourage Brokos.
Very
So
nice. It's a
I
D6,
give
right?
you a D6. That's right.
Yep.
I don't have a little song written for you just yet.
Okay. So that happens, and Brokos, you get the benefit of that. Triss, you are next with a 16.
So Triss is going to try and get up the stairs to help. So is that, you said, a strengths or athletics? Athletics check? Is that
Athletics.
okay?
Yeah.
Jumping, yeah.
20.
Wow.
Nice. Good job.
So yeah, you just leap over it. You hear the chaos going on upstairs, and you come rushing up and make the leap, no problems, and go rushing up the stairs.
So where can I get to? Can I get like here or?
Yeah. Let's see. 2. Yeah, that looks about right. I think you can maybe move 1 square more.
Like here?
Sure.
And then I can attack?
Go for it.
All right.
Attack away.
That is, oh, I don't know why it wasn't working as I'm trying to use the wrong things. Ah. Okay, my D20 just, my D&D Beyond just froze.
Oh, no.
So I can't see what I add.
Well,
Your attack would be +5, I think. If your
Yeah.
strength is a +3,
No, my strength is +2, so 14. So is it +4?
+4. Yep.
Okay, so 14.
14, that does
Doesn't-
not hit.
Okay.
But you're in the zone now and able to help out. Anything else from you?
No, that's all for now.
Okay, Monkey Brokos.
I'll palm my chest. I get 2
Okay.
fist attacks, so that is a 21.
That is a hit.
I used your D6 already on that because I wouldn't have hit.
Already? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, because I wouldn't have hit, I don't
Yep.
think. And that is 8 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'll come back with him in my second fist. And that is a 19 plus 5, so that is a 24 to hit.
That
I
is
get
also a
advantage,
hit.
right? And that is 6 points of damage. So,
Monkey battering away at this armor, leaving dents in it, and it just kind of like clatters around, and you can definitely see where your little fists left their impact.
little fists, really?
Something about Bjorn just carrying over now, right?
Well,
I
if
have
you're
the
going to be a
biggest-
monkey,
I have the biggest fists. Okay, the greatest fists, the best fists out there.
the best. Okay, so you're huge, enormous, no problems in that regard at all.
No problems.
No one's ever
no
complained
People
about
complaints. Nope.
your
People say I
small
got the
monkey
biggest
fist.
fists.
And so you managed to put some massive dents in this armor. And it's now the armor's turn. And oh man, I totally forgot what it even does. because I'm so wound
We can
up
just
with
skip
this.
it, Jerry. It's
I
fine.
just-
It has a retreat action.
Like last battle, just I don't even get to go. But
Discorporate. It can just fall apart into its component parts, right?
yep.
Surrender.
So it has a slam attack. Okay, cool. And it's going to try to get the monkey, I'm guessing.
Just gonna get the monkey off its back.
Get the monkey off its back. So that's an 18 on the
there's-
first
doesn't
one,
take much to my monkey.
and an 11 on the second one.
Nope, second one does not hit.
Second one does not hit. Okay, so it's going to do 5 damage to you, Monkey Brokos.
And he's got more hit points than me, so but I'll count him here
Oh, okay.
because the monkey has more hit points than Brokos. So, all right.
Oops, that did not do what I thought it would do. Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna add them because he's actually got. I'll do it on his side because he actually has more hit points. So I count the hit points of my actual creature, not me. There.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll let you handle that then.
Yep.
Cool. All right. And second attack was a miss. And it is now Kragar's turn again.
All right, so I'm gonna step over to give Triss advantage, and I will try to hit it with my rapier. Ooh, and there's a natty 20 with my advantage roll.
Wow.
Well, it's still not. I mean, it's not going to be super impressive here. So I do get my sneak attack though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's 20 points of damage.
Dang.
And you roll. You make sure you're rolling your sneak attack twice, right? For damage. All dice you roll twice.
No,
For-
I did not roll
for
the
crit.
Sneak, the
Yeah.
sneak damage.
So it's a
twice.
1d6. Sneak attack is, I think, second level. So you always any dice in D&D, it's a little bit different. Pathfinder. You roll all your dice twice. Any dice damage is rolled twice for any crit.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
The monkey knows.
Any damage dice you do in D&D that you do a crit is rolled twice, including would be like any kind of sneak attack damage or any kind of like hunter's mark damage, anything of that would be rolled twice.
Why are
in
you
crits.
turning down extra dice?
Because I don't think that sounds right.
Eh,
But-
It's right.
I would
Yeah,
trust him. He's the 5e
Okay, well,
expert.
That'll be another 6 points of damage because I rolled a 6.
Nice.
All right. So that does something a little bit different. And as you attack Kragar, your rapier goes in and manages to puncture this armor in a particularly weak spot. And as you try to pull your rapier out, it just kind of like rips that piece of armor off, and the whole thing comes clattering to the ground and is no more.
So
That's
it says it does say roll all of the attack's damage dice twice and add them together.
There it is.
Yeah. Makes sense. Works for me.
Pathfinder isn't so lenient.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Everything in 5e is meant for ease
Right.
of memory.
Benefits the players.
Yeah. So as that one comes clattering to the ground, you start to hear more noise coming from one of the other niches.
Uh-oh.
And another one steps out, clank, clank, towards Triss. But it's Alar's turn now.
Okay. Well, as my bonus action, I'm going to sing Triss's song and grant her inspiration. Triss the mighty, she's so fighty. And I'm going to make an athletics check and try to leap up the stairs. And I fail. I meant to do that though.
So you're still
But
singing
my song, I get my song off. Yeah.
when you fall.
Yes. It's a cool
Uh,
acoustic effect. Yeah.
Only the
So-
masters can really pull it
It
off.
works
like
so much
that.
better when the pyrotechnics are working.
This is where you'd have a wardrobe change down
Yep.
stage. Yeah, I get it. So, what did you actually roll?
I got so 5. It'd be a 7 total.
Okay, yeah, that's a failure.
Mhm.
So you come stumbling up the stairs, and I won't say that you do any damage to yourself, but you definitely fall and have to catch yourself before you go tumbling over the edge.
That was just a practice one. Yeah.
Just to
Is a-
warm up.
Is a monkey eye roll a free action?
Yes. in this
Nobody
case.
saw that. You're all engaged. Nobody
So
saw
you
that.
say.
Mm.
The song just cuts off abruptly with a whoa.
You see his head, and then he just drops out of sight.
It's mane of golden hair and
That's-
disappears. Triss, it's now your turn, and this thing came clattering up behind you now, and the one in front of you just was dropped by Kragar.
So you can use the D6 after you make your attack roll. You can save it for 10 minutes, so you don't have to use it right away.
Okay, so I can roll the attack, and if I don't hit, then I can I can roll the
you don't
6.
you don't get to know whether it hits or not, but after
okay.
you roll the D20, if it looks lousy to you, you can add it.
Correct.
Okay, so I will spin around and attack. But that's a 20.
There you
I
go.
just gotta-
Wow.
Yay.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
So now I just roll my damage.
hmm
Double damage for the dice.
Okay.
All the dice.
Ooh, and that's an 8. That's the max that I get on that. And a 6, so that's 14 plus 4 is 18 damage.
Nice.
Wow. Well, that hurts. You spin around and take a swipe at this clattering mass of armor behind you and manage to knock a little piece of it off and cut through one of the buckles, and it now looks like one of its arms isn't quite functioning like it was before.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to attack with my other hand, the short sword in the other hand. And I'm going to use my dice to add to that roll,
Okay.
which gives me altogether that would be a 18, 22.
22. That is a hit.
Okay, and then that one's only d6. Oh. That's 3 damage.
3 damage. Well, that's something. So you see its one arm is still flailing around as this buckle that you cut through is causing it some problems, and you have done some serious damage to it, and it's now Brokos' turn.
Would the DM allow me to get here, or is there not enough space?
I'd say so, especially in your monkey form.
All right, that I will do then. That is a natty 20 on my advantage.
Wow.
Yeah. And that is going to be 13 points of damage.
All right. So as this animated armor is flailing around after Triss's attack, Brokos comes up behind it and just starts battering it with his fists, this giant monkey fists, and comes crashing down to the ground under a hail of blows and is no more.
Good job, team.
And then I do like a orangutan clap over my head.
So you guys are celebrating.
What is the movie with Clint Eastwood and nothing? Is it
Every which way but
Everywhere
loose.
but loose?
Yeah.
Me and you, ALR?
That's an awesome visual. But as you guys are celebrating, you hear more clanking coming from this other corner,
Oh my goodness.
and another suit of armor comes forward.
Jerry's really learned from his last.
Yeah.
My past
mean-
mistakes.
I get 2 fist attacks, Jerry.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
is that post 6 seconds?
No, I mean I would let you
Okay,
because
so
it's
one,
as soon as one drops, the the next one gets
Okay.
eliminated.
I was gonna so happy if I could have. Actually, I would have gone here.
Well, I mean, but it wouldn't have moved out until its turn, though.
Aha.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I'm
Aha.
saying, is it a?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that is a good point.
I rolled a natty 20 again, but I want to fight it longer. I want Alar to have a chance here. So go ahead.
No, I'm okay, Pat. Go ahead.
No.
You do you.
Alar's still stuck on first floor, which is
I think I may remain there. Yeah.
so it does move out now, and it
Okay.
is going to go for Kragar, was the first person line of sight, and that is going to be a 16 on
That
the
is a
first
hit.
attack. That is a
Yes.
hit,
Yes.
and an 18 on the second attack, and that is 6 damage first attack, and almost max damage. 8 on the next attack. So 6 and 8, that's 14.
Yes, that leaves me with 1 hit point.
Oh,
Oh,
Ouch. Wow. Yeah, you are seriously injured now.
come on, Jerry. We're only second level. Come on.
But it's your turn, Kragar. Top of the round, this other suit came clattering out from the corner, and now you get some revenge.
Okay. I mean, I don't see much of a choice. There's no place to run, so
Yeah.
You
You could
Spend your last hit
disengage.
point wisely.
You can disengage as a bonus action, technically. So you can hit, then disengage in your bonus action.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, with my new
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
cunning thing.
You've got it, man. Do it.
Oh,
Cunning
Hit and
action.
fade.
Neat. I
Hit
will
and
do
fade.
that. So I will attack it once. So that will be a 20 to hit it.
That is a hit.
For 10 damage.
Wow.
And then I will disengage. So I can basically move my
Whatever
full
your movement you have left, which is your full movement. So
Yeah, you can get out of there.
That's sweet.
I will run back behind Triss.
Oh, help me. Okay, so that was nicely done. Alar, your turn.
Okay.
Speaking of nicely done things.
Hush. Since no one is looking, I'm going to try to leap again.
Okay.
Nope. That's a 6. That's worse than last time.
It's in your head now. You
It's kind of
can't.
like running
Get
up the
out of
wall
my
and
head.
falling,
Yeah.
run up on the wall and fall.
perhaps you should get let go of your instrument before you.
Never.
Can
Okay,
you give
well-
yourself bardic inspiration so you can maybe.
No, you can't. You cannot,
You can't.
actually. My overconfidence usually wins out, but this time.
No.
Okay,
stairs.
I will give my last bardic inspiration to Triss again.
All right. She may need it. So she has bardic inspiration again, and it is her turn.
All right, so I will step forward and attack. Ooh, all right, I'm gonna add 6. So that's 7 plus 12 plus 16.
16 total.
Yes.
That is a miss.
Mm.
All right, I can still use my bonus action though, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna try my bonus action. And that is a miss. I'm going to use my, what is it called?
Action surge.
Action surge. Yes, I'm going to use my
Yeah.
action surge. So I'm going to take an additional action, which is going to be to attack. That is a 22.
That is a
Nice.
hit.
Okay, and so that is the 8, 5, So that is 7 damage.
Not bad.
Do I get a second bonus action with the action surge?
No, you only get one bonus action per
Okay.
turn.
Okay. Then that is.
When you get 2 attacks, though, you get 2 more attacks.
Sweet.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll be nice. So you did do some damage to it, and it looks like it is rattling around a little bit louder than it was before. And Brokos, your turn.
All right. I will come barreling there behind him. Get advantage.
So you have advantage now with Triss.
So that's a 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
And that's only 4 points of damage. And then my second fist will come in. And that is nope, that doesn't hit with a 15.
Nope. So you come flying in and start swinging and do a little bit more damage. And now it is its turn, and I'm gonna see what it would do. It's actually gonna turn and attack you, Brokos, since you came flying in, and hit it with a little fist. I mean, a large fist.
Yeah.
And it's
An
going
absolutely normally sized fist.
normal for a chimpanzee. That is a 21 on the first attack. And an 11 on the second attack.
First attack hits, 11 does not.
Alrighty. What am I looking for here? That is 7 damage to you, Brokos.
All right.
All right, I put it in there, so sorry. I should have let you
Right.
do it. And that's its turn. We're back to the top of the round with Kragar, who is reeling from his injuries and out of the fight currently.
Well, I'm going to move up behind Triss and use my super reachy arms to attack
Oh,
Nice.
through her,
very nice.
using her as a meat shield. Taking advantage of the to get advantage on the attack, though. 14 on the first one
Nope.
and 24 on the second one.
That is a hit.
Oh, that is only going to be 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. Well, let's see what we have left here.
You get your sneak attack on that.
Yeah, I rolled
Okay.
minimum.
Okay. So it is very, very, very much looks like it's breaking apart. Rattling around a lot. Some of the straps and buckles are coming loose from the combat, and looks like it's barely being held together, but still hanging on. And anything else from you, Kragar?
Nope, that's it.
Alar.
Get a running start this time, Aylar.
Quiet in the peanut gallery. Okay, that's an 18.
Okay. He comes soaring up, and it looks so graceful. Like
Looking for applause, I'm sure.
yeah, he does a little bow at the top.
Yes, absolutely.
Uh,
That's
he's-
how you ascend a flight of stairs.
Didn't hear the oof the first
Yeah,
2 times.
The first 2 times, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But I can't move up next to it.
I think you could get up to Brokos, couldn't you? Just one.
Yeah, I mean, if
south
you were on
of
the other
him?
stairs, you'd have 30. You have 30 foot, right?
Okay. Yeah. So then I will move up there and attempt to pierce the fell creature with my rapier.
All right, let's do it.
Where's my... Okay. And that would be 18.
That is a hit.
And that is 11 points of damage.
And it goes clattering to the ground in a heap before your mighty rapier blade.
I
And-
saved the day.
You're just encouraging him now.
no.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Uh, That is exactly the way you want every fight to go. I'm sure.
Absolutely. I come in at the end, no danger to me.
One swing, dead. And then you're looking at them and they're all tired and beat up. What's your problem? No, that's it. And you're out of animated suits of armor. So I think you've pretty much silenced everything here now.
Where did Kragar go?
He's
He's only
right
down to 1 hit point. I know. Maybe he's.
He must have passed out.
Blood
He's
loss.
unconscious.
So Kragar left us. We just see a blank screen now on Zoom. We're gonna have to do a makeshift memorial for him here.
Oh,
But yeah, good job, guys. You can search this. There obviously bits of metal that might be useful, could be repurposed for armor, for someone else.
I will come out of my monkey mode.
All right, so you're switching back.
Yep, and so that gives me now I go back to full health because that's how awesome it is.
Awesome.
Um,
that's
Yep.
ridiculous.
Yep. So if I get killed in my whatever I'm in, when I go back up to being whatever my druid hit points are.
Huh.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, wait until I'm an elemental. So
Too
I'm going to go
awesome.
then cure wounds on the rogue. You look
Thank you.
tired. So that's 11 hit points back.
Nice. That's got to feel good.
And then I say, "There's a ladder outside to get to the glass."
It's a freaking
I've been
ladder.
trying to say it the whole time, but no one understands monkey.
So yes, there is a ladder, and I realize now that my map doesn't make a whole lot of sense because this whole thing is
No.
enclosed on a second story. But you do what you can, and
Yeah.
you guys use your imagination well. So, but there is a ladder, and we'll just say that you guys climb the ladder. It's fine, and you manage to remove all the panes of glass. And we'll say that there are, I don't know how many you want to actually grab, but we'll say there's one for each 5-foot square on this map. So that's 25 panes of glass. Probably
Well, does it
fairly
go all the
heavy.
way around the room, or is it just down one side of the building,
what? The glass?
or it's on the ceiling? Is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
it's on the ceiling.
Got it.
So you said that there was armor that they could scavenge to make something. What kind of armor would it have been?
It's like plate.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. If a fighter would want that. So is it like a half plate or breastplate or a full plate?
Full plate.
That's a lot.
I mean, it's kind of it's a little more on the decorative side,
Mhm.
and it would have to be repurposed, but definitely could be useful for somebody who needs full plate, but it would take a little bit of work.
Well, perhaps we can take it with us and deck out our fighter.
Yeah, definitely the Wolf Canute and crew could turn this into something useful for one of you if you wanted that.
I mean, if it is not too heavy for us to carry back, I don't want to damage this glass.
Yeah, we don't want to carry it on top of the glass. So, but we can come back.
I can haul it in a sack.
Okay. So we'll say you take some choice bits, and one way or another, either you pad the glass down or wrap it with something, find something else to protect it. The big thing is probably going to be the weight. So you might need Brokos to do his
Mule
mule trick.
or horse. I'll just do a full-size horse.
Do you have to rest again before that?
I get 2 of them before short or long rest. So
Okay.
Okay.
I have a surprising ability to carry large amounts of weight.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
The bugbear feature is I count as large when determining my carrying capacity and weight you
Oh,
can push,
yeah.
drag, or lift.
Cool.
So we'll say that Kragar can basically load up all the armor, and he's able to haul that back himself. And you are gonna turn into a horse and pull the cart.
Yeah. Yep. If you
Nice.
want to get on the back of on my back, Alar, and kind of wave to everybody who looks, you're more than welcome.
You don't need to tell me twice.
I don't know how you wave.
Yep,
Like-
parade wave.
Parade wave.
I'll do the
Nice.
kind of Lipizar kind of
Oh,
gallop.
nice.
Oh man, it's gonna be
Make
quite
me
a
look
show.
good, Brokos.
Hey, I've been taught to perform by Alar, no matter what form I'm in.
Nice. Well, you guys have made it. You got the glass, and we'll say that you are able to make a very showy display in the sleet and the rain as you prance through
With nobody out,
the
right?
town.
Yeah,
and
nobody
no one's
out.
out. But you definitely feel eyes of people from watching you from the buildings as you pass by. So
I'm still going to be waving.
it's quite a show. But we'll say that you make it safely back to the road that leads up to the Flossdale Manor, and we'll call it an episode there.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Good
That was-
fight.
Yeah, that was a lot more
good.
challenging, wasn't it?
Yeah, when Krager doesn't just kill everything right away, gives you guys something to do too.
And it
Well,
was
most
close.
of you.
You massacred that hush. I was doing a lot for the party.
You
I
were
cannot wait to
actually
I was
hear
a-
this song.
Yes.
Exactly. You got a song.
Sure.
So
Yeah, no, that was cool. The bardic inspiration is really nice, actually. Especially, since you couldn't make it up the stairs. I mean, it was still useful.
I
and-
chose not
Yep.
to go up the stairs right
And
away.
it gets more powerful as time goes on.
yeah,
Goes to a D8 and it's going to be a while, but still.
this is a really cool, fun little party with lots of different skills, which
Mhm.
I think could be exciting going forward. So, good job, everybody. Kragar the Destroyer and Triss just soaking up, doing her damage and soaking up some of the hits, and everybody's doing their
The monkey flinging poo around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
please
mean,
don't actually do that.
that's already been handy like 2 or 3 times now. Your
Just don't get on my
transformation.
backside.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what being a druid's about.
Hey, well, good job, everybody. We will see you next time for another wonderful remote episode of Dungeon Patrol. How's that
Stay
sound?
safe, everybody.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Take care.
Bye bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.